Hello and welcome to By the Numbers. I'm FM Tahiti and hope you're all doing well. As you might have noticed, you can see my face. If this is horrifying and distressing for you, blame the Northman because he encouraged me to get the camera, basically. And if you think it's worked out alright, then go and watch some of his videos as some kind of reward for him getting it right. Doesn't often. I won't have my face in all the videos, but I'm just trying it out, get used to the camera, and I'm too tired to switch it off, as you can probably tell by the way my face looks. So what we're going to do in this one is, obviously we've had the off-season, I've made some changes, things haven't gone as planned, I've only played a cup match, didn't go well. But yeah, let's have a look at where we were. So just as a recap from the competitions, last season we finished 5th, 29 points, not a huge improvement on the season before, goal difference of -1, that's not good. We had a lot of gaps in the squad, so I was gradually trying to replace them. So transfer-wise, we brought in a few players and we have lost a few players. So in terms of who we brought in Harry Dare, played defensive midfield. Doesn't look great, does he? Yeah. Brought in Shea Devlin, who actually looks like he might be alright. So he's finishing of 10, heading 11. Off the ball, not fantastic. I mean, it's good, but the rest not fantastic. Physically, he could be alright. Actually, I should check. Can you see? Yeah. Mark Gillifan, who could play left, right, and up front. He's only 19. He could get better. He could also be terrible, but he's free and we're not paying him much, so that'll do. We've also got Michael Watson, who can play on the right, who our scouts thought would be amazing. He doesn't look it, but then at this level most of the players look kind of dog dirt anyway. Michael Watson is the one we just looked at. Lee McClelland, he looks good. He looks like he might actually be a good defender. So he's a good buy. 6'3" as well. And then we've got Chris Young on the left of defence, who could be alright as well. In terms of who we lost lots of youth players. So Darren Alexander left, John Devlin left, Liam Trader left. None of them were amazing, but they're all ones who could have eventually got into the squad. The one that really hurt initially was Ryan Barr, so he was our kind of pick from the youth intake last season. We've got plenty of players who can play midfield and attacking midfield, but he looked like he could have been good and he went before we could play him properly. Gavin Little, our right back, who looks really good, abandoned us for Banbridge 2 days before we played Banbridge in the Cup at the start of the season. And he played against us. Absolute traitor. So we could bring him back. He's only turned traitor once. Our general rule is you can turn traitor once and we'll try and get you back if you're good. After that, you're dead to us. We'll still go in hard tackling in the meantime. Patrick Murphy's gone as well, but there's no great loss. He's good, but we've got other players. And the big one that really hit us was Declan Brown. So Declan Brown's been playing left back for a good amount of time for us. We've had him a few seasons. He's been pretty much ever present, and pretty much every season someone's tried to come in and sign him, and we've offered him like £5 more as an appearance fee or an extra £10 for a clean sheet. You don't get many of them. But eventually he left for Loughall in the Championship, which kind of makes sense, which is why we've got Chris Young in to replace him on the left. So we made those moves, nothing earth-shaking, and because of that, it made me think a little bit about my tactics. So one of the tactics we started trying at the end of last season was this Queen's Park hybrid thing that I had going on, because it worked well in Scotland for me. And the more I was thinking about it, the more I was thinking, actually, this only really works because of how good the players are in my Queen's Park save, which I've given up on anyway. So I thought, maybe not that one. Oh, what have we done? It's moved everyone around. We'll go back to that. So we've still got hoof harder, hoof longer, which has worked out quite well for us. But then we put this together. Let me move everyone around so it doesn't look as terrible. There we go, that looks better now. Not great in the middle, but it looks a little bit better. So I spent a lot of time looking at other tactics, and part of the reason why I did this was in Club Vision, they've added this. Play high tempo pressing football, and I didn't realise that was there. and that Queen's Park one wasn't as high tempo as they would have wanted, I think. So there was that. So that was one reason for making a change. And the other one was our team isn't getting much better. Like, personnel-wise, we're not improving. We're just keeping afloat. So that means we need to sort of add value to the team through the tactics. Do something that's actually a little bit better, improves us in that sense. That kind of, in psychology, it's known as gestalt, where the sum is greater than the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. That's how it's meant to be said. So we needed something tactically that would improve things. So we needed to be high tempo, high pressing. We needed more shots. We needed more goals. Our keeper's better than the keeper we used to have, but he's still a bit ropey. So I think we might have to go a bit Kevin Keegan. And I looked around at a few tactics that are quite good. I watched a few videos by Bust the Net, which are amazing, about his Triton 4-2-3-1. No, that's not it, but it's something like that. But basically he's got like 2 up front with 1 behind. Because I thought 2 up front works well for me, because I don't really trust 1 striker up front. And that's one of the issues with the Queen's Park one. So it keeps enough strikers up front. It gives them support here. This also works with my tactic in that, well, it works with my team in that I've got wingers, I've got some good attacking midfielders. Keeps 4 at the back. It fits in with the personnel we've got without having to kind of try and rejig everything just before we start the season. So the way this one's working is we've got a target man still, which is Bonis. We've got Devlin, who's the deep lying forward, who drops slightly deeper. But he should still be on attack. I don't know why he's done that. Yeah, he should still be on attack. That's the plan. And then we've got Cockcroft just behind them on support. So these 2 push up. This one's slightly further behind. So it creates a bit of asymmetry and they can pass around. But we've still got a target man to sort of release and hold on to long balls forward, because there'll still be plenty of them. We're still fairly direct with this, or we should be, is the plan. But these 3 mean we've got 2 strikers up front, plus someone extra who might run into late balls, but we might also just put them through, support them. Then we've got Warwick and Robinson on the wings, still attacking, so they'll arrive late sometimes. So if Robinson's got the ball and he's running, Warwick might appear late, so we might end up with 3 up front. Or if Cockcroft's holding onto the ball, or McGreevy's holding onto the ball, these 2 might get forward and we might start to outnumber them up front and have more options. So there'll be less kind of isolation going on. And it plays their strengths. They're good attacking wingers. And the backup we've got as well in Niall Gordon and others is pretty good. So that should work for us too. Niall Gordon and Watson, Gillifan, Walker, Lynch, Allen, they're all players who can slot into these positions. We've got depth because of the tactic now. The Greavies are only real out-and-out defensive midfielder. We've got defenders we could put in there. And his job is mainly just to sit behind there, take less risks, hold position, shield the defence. Because basically we're giving up ground here. We're not playing in this bit of the pitch. We're going to play along the wings and get the ball up front quickly. But we're not going to spend much time fighting here. We're basically giving up ground here to draw them onto us so we can go over the top or around them. And also, if you want this 3 up front, you kind of have to give up on the middle. So you've got 3 here, triangles, all about the triangles. And then we've got ball-playing defenders, because I've generally started to find they play quite a lot of good long balls through. So we're telling them to dribble less, so their ball playing is going to be passing forward rather than them dribbling too much forwards. We're going to say positives, not quite as attacking as previously, but we've still got more direct passing, higher tempo, reasonable amount of width. We're looking for overlaps because we've got the fullbacks on support as well with the attacking wingers. Playing out of defence, we're not going to play through the middle because that's not going to work for us. We're still going to play for set pieces. We're still going to hit early crosses. We're going to counter press currently because the game engine really rewards it still. But there is an article by Renzi about how actually, if you want to stop balls over the top against you, regroup's quite good. So we might rotate to that if we need to. We're going to get the balls to the centre backs because they're ball playing and get them to pass out. And then we've got a high line of engagement standard defensive line. We might push this up a bit more if we need to. But there, that should do the trick for us. So we're just going to play one match, and I'll be back in a second for that so we can see how this works. And we'll tweak this, but I'm hoping this will give us the attacking thrust that we need to actually make some progress. Okay, let's go then. We're against Dundela. So first match of the season. They got relegated from the championship and they've been there quite a while, so they're quite a strong side. So it's going to be a good test of the, well, it'll be a strong test of the tactic. Point out it's version 3 because I've been playing around with it in a few different earlier versions which I've not tested particularly. So I was halfway through the friendlies before I started even trying to use it. Let's give it a go. An interesting formation. Go out there and impress. See how this goes. I'm hopeful there. Young going long. See, Longball's still in there. Middle East only 13 seconds in, but so I think we're expected to lose against them because they've got some quite good players. I don't think they lost too many when they got relegated either. Cockcroft, back post, McGreevy. I have changed my set pieces as well. Cockcroft. So direct free kicks are being taken by Cockcroft or Downey when he's on the pitch because they've got really good free kick attributes. I've set my set pieces defensively for corners, offensively, and long throws and throw-ins. Done them all to try and squeeze out a few more goals to make a difference. Go on, Young. Back into Warwick. Didn't need to do that. Bit of a waste. 5 shots so far, though. It's productive. Don't know how good the quality of the chances is, but we'll check that. But yeah, we've got the free kicks and everything set up. I'll go through them in another episode. But it's partly using some of Rensi's information about sort of near post routines. Oh, really? Billy Devlin with a rocket 25 yards out? That's not really a fair judge of this tactic if they're going to score wonder goals. That space, that's really where the defensive midfielder should have been doing something. McGreevy was too far back. Okay, we can get back into it. 1 goal's not too bad. Gonna get another now, are they? Skewed it wide. Yes, use the near post ones, but also I've done stuff with the defensive ones to try and encourage counter-attacks. Go on, Devlin. Oh, that's Robinson through. Straight at the keeper, that was quite nice. There's options there as well. There's lots of different options. See if our Devlin's as good as their Devlin. Oh, out to us. Oh god, Devlin's through. Cockcroft arriving late, but a bit tame. You see, more options. More options are being open now. We should always end up with at least 2 kind of threatening in the box or on the edge of the box. And we'll see how we do tactics-wise. So we'll use XG again, for and against, to try and assess how this tactic is. Because it's still quite attacking, it leaves us exposed in the middle. I think there are going to be some matches where we're going to have to just properly Kevin Keegan it and just score more than they do. That's what we were struggling with last time. Go on, Warwick. Oh, almost. Almost got a ball in. Now he's injured. Let's bring on Niall Gordon for him. Warwick's too good to risk, I think. Go on, Bonis. Robinson. Ball in. Oh, Devlin almost got on the end of that. Niall Gordon got a shot away as well. Come on. I arrived late at the far post. So I do have one far post variant in there. I think it's the near post ones that are going to get us the most goals. No way is that a penalty. Not the start we wanted. Good save there. Still in it. Still in it. Get it out. Don't concede now. Just get it out. Charge it down. Oh, what to do? What to do? We're going Downey for Cockcroft. Cockcroft's been getting involved, but not successfully. Shea Devlin and Bonis haven't been doing that much. Devlin's seen more of the ball than Bonis has, but I trust Bonis a bit more. Downey. Almost. That looked like he crossed the line to me in his hands, but... Right, let's bring on McGuckin for... Oh no, not for him. McGuckin on for Devlin. Homegrown youth striker, see how he does. Come on, strap a goal. We deserve a goal, I think. 14 shots there, 13. 7 attacks there, 6. Edged possession. We still got hard tackling on, so we've got more fouls than them. Well, it looks like it's going to be a loss. Okay, not a great introduction for the new tactic, but to be honest, we performed quite well. I think 1-0 is unfortunate. Even if with the missed penalty, I still think 1-0 is unfortunate there. Far from pleased? That'll do. That'll do. Tell you what, let's put another... Nah, can we fit in another one? I don't think we can. We'll come back for the other one and I'll be able to take you through the set pieces for that episode as well. As always, thanks very much for watching. I know we're 4 seasons, or the start of the 4th season now, and we are still in the Intermediate League. We've not been promoted. We have got 1 trophy. Hopefully we'll defend it this season as well. So it's not like the most exciting, glory-strewn series you'll ever watch. We're using the stats, gradually making improvements. We'll break into it eventually. It's a tough league to get out of. I'm sure once we get promoted it'll be much better. But thanks for watching and bearing with me. By this point the Tahiti series should have started, so have a good look at that if you've not already. Appreciate any comments and feedback on that as well, and I'll see you in the next episode.